Hey, yo, Nashi, you go crazy.
Welcome to the best show of Biden and Christmas. You know that this is season 3 Daily Hustle, episode 1, man. This today episode is sponsored by Fino Cosmetics. It's www.finocosmetics.co.za. Online, if you wanna get the product, you can just go to Clicks as well as Discam. You can get the bed oil, you can get the face wash, man. These amazing products. You can get your nearest Clicks as well as Discam. Today, next to me, I'm with a personal trainer. He's a model. He's also a motivational speaker, right?
Yeah, I'm everywhere. As soon as I'm a porn star.
Oh. Hey, nigga,
As soon as we say I'm a porn star. He's a porn star.
Yeah?
Everything. I'm kidding. I'm everywhere. Like
That's
you're
nice.
saying.
That's awesome, man. Let me give you this back, man. It's from Fino. It's cosmetics. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Thank you so much, bro. We do appreciate you. On YouTube is Chris Network, man. MJ, as I said, you are a public figure as well as a personal trainer. You also a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Doc, how is how do you do these things? Like all of them?
Yeah, just working, Twana.
Just working.
Yeah, you see even like the multi-billionaires.
Yeah.
They don't have one business. Tolo go to une cleaning service, une hotel, une everything. It's the daily hustle.
Yeah.
Everything. Who has a what you call it? Energy drink. Ngapha nama business, ngapha, you know. That's how you hustle. You just keep going. Every avenue you just push.
Before you introduce yourself, man, tell me why you wanted us to come and do the interview here.
Well, I'm from Mamelodi, but I don't live in Mamelodi anymore. So
Yeah.
this place is significant. I've been here like 25 years of my life.
Okay.
And everything that I do, Pumekaya, you know, Hopula High. So I go Hopula High all the time. So Kumbulekaya, then everything that I do for the kids here. So if anyone, nowadays where you from, Bonke, we from somewhere.
Yeah.
So if every black person does something like us lucky, and remember so, because there's no role models anymore here. And so Tina, those who are role models in Mamelodi, you leave Mamelodi, you go pursue life somewhere else. Yabo uNkulunkulu makathandile ngangifaka na ku LA yabo mara if I have to do a podcast or whatever, something that that's significant, I can bring it home. Yabo everything that I start from home, then I venture to other cases, you know. So if everyone touches where they're from, who is touching Tembi, and is touching South Africa, now the continent, hopefully the world, you know, maruqale kasi. So everything mina ngiyenzele kasi la.
Yeah, man. To me, you look like a person who grew up in a home where mother was present, father was present. Like, you know, your grow up seems like was like very nice. Tell me about the setup when you grow up.
How I grew up?
Yeah.
Hey, funny enough, I didn't grow up that nice, eh?
Serious?
I'm fair too. You're cheese, man.
You're lying.
I grew up eating cheese in Toana.
Serious?
Yeah, I grew up in a family where it's 6 boys.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm the last one.
Boy.
Yeah, you say, what I mean, I see 6, I'm a cheat, the car, yeah?
Yeah.
You're
the last one?
Yeah, I'm the last one. Old lady I Spain since 1992, basically since I was born.
Yeah.
Old lady I Spain.
Yeah.
And she tried to give us the best life. Because I'm a subsidy, eskolweni, good singing multiracial. I want our babas go to subsidy. All the schools, zina subsidy with government. So basically, even if we apply a better school than a Kasi. Kind of, especially back then, there was those white schools, middle class, the top ones, Abo Afis, Abo Poesai, and the government ones. So Tina, old lady, we make sure to vela say, yeah, like bonagala khona, even though agnesing kwekhaya yabo.
So it was a single parent? Then?
Yeah, single parent. I want to go to skule sithu.
Yeah,
skule kumnandi time ukhona lady. Azange banthengele nebicycle mina. Azange ngikhumbula banthengele ibhasikili because the lady had 6 kids to take care of. And all of them at the time were going to school. All of them bafuna ukudla. All of them banabangani. Ama parents abo ama doctor. Tina old lady akaspani, so she always tried to give us the best esikolweni. Now we spend time the most. And always made sure ukuthi umntwana umnike education more than anything.
So the only thing that the only sports that you enjoyed back then was soccer. And I just wanna, I can't imagine you playing soccer.
Hey, Jayam, I'm ngumnandi. Ngumnandi.
Which position were you playing?
I played full back and I played left wing.
You're lying.
Yeah, ngumnandi. Phela sports, mina ngikhule ngesports. So I'm the last one. So mucabanga out of being the last son. I have 5 others that I learned from. Omunye uthanda music, omunye uthanda R&B, abanye bathanda sports, abanye bathanda what. So mina I chose sports, yabo. Ekhaya sikhule sidlala cricket.
Wow.
Yeah, angimnandi.
That's a cheesy sport though.
Yeah, yabo no lady bakathanda find things, you know. So mina ngikhulela la, like my primary school I went to a large school.
Yeah.
So Afrikaans, yabo. Maar we are subsidized. Ja, ek kan praat.
Hey.
Moeilik, pragtig, lekker.
Hey,
Ek praat Afrikaans, I'm from Pretoria.
Talk to me.
Yabo, so ngikhulele kuphi? Thina angisho ekasi, sifana sonke. Mara sinama priorities. So thina mina lady yami ipriority yakhe iskela. Ama family amanye priority yabo ukuthi abantwana kumele badle, abantwana kumele bagcoka iNike. Yabo, mina lady bantu besingene jet inetwork. Asithengele something mega khona asithengele iNike whatever yabo. Mara what she did ukuthi imali bekayiphatha. She's going to put it on education. Yabo.
And that's the best investment.
Exactly. You only see it later. Mengikhula ngiboni mina.
Ukuthi oh
yeah, yanthola ngintwana. So yena umike sure ukuthi ngiya ku African school ayikasi. Yanthola. So isubsidy yakhe yesikela beku that side. Yabo thina besithatha transport athatha transport siyele. Yabo. So that's why ngikwazi ukuprata ngikwazi ukuyenzani. Yeah.
So why you didn't continue with soccer though?
I grew up in sports. That's what I was saying actually. I grew up in sports. So I grew up, my family, my brothers were playing cricket.
Yeah.
2 of my brothers were playing cricket, even the third one. They played cricket a bit, yabo?
Yeah.
So they played till regional, till provincial. They were good, yabo?
Okay.
So now, mina, mengikhula ngibona bona, kunamabhete, kunamabholo, kunama-pads, kunama, yabona, everything. Ama helmet, sidlala cricket, estrating, yabo?
Yeah.
Mina, mengifika lapho ku-African school, grade 1, grade 2, enyawo ntwana ishort ngenyawo yabo African school yabo. So asifika lapho grade 1 grade 2 I got discovered being the 8 I was fast.
Serious?
Yeah, I was fast. So I was discovered and then they started putting me in athletics. So in athletics I was always in the top 3.
Okay.
Then when athletics if you are fast they make you wanna yenze udlala rugby. Most if udlala number that's why most dark people and colored people they play amawing, abo Brian Hopana, abo Cheslin Colby, abo Mapimpi, abo JP Peterson, abo Antola, badlala wing. So mina, African school but fast, pace. The top
so
3 kids.
If you're saying AIDS, you're saying HIV and AIDS.
No, that's fast.
Black man.
Bengayas nanga discard. So I was fast.
We born with it.
So ngithatha ngifaka ku rugby.
Yeah.
Ngiyadlala rugby obvious ekasi ngikhula ngidlalana. So yabona dynamic leyo. Mengile esigela. I-rugby cricket, i-athletics, yathola inamatheme. Mengisekasi, into engidlala ngayo namajidayini, ngikhule ngayo since i-soccer. So mina kwenzakalani ukuthi as I grew older, I was the fastest in the high school. Mengishaya grade 9, I was the fastest. I was faster than ama-senior. Mengifika lapha ngoba ngifika kule sikolo e-primary bathanda sports. So bangifaka la. Mengifika la ngiyafaka obviously ngiyakisela nge-sports because abanye baphuma kuma-normal schools.
Yeah.
When I excel, it's like school of excellence nyana sort of. Yeah. Sports. Ngiyakisela then after ngadlala i-academy parts idiski namajita sahamba from Mamelodi ngegayilo start training lapha 91. Yabo ngadlala i-tax. Yeah, babigcoki 91 ayi-Gautrain. Ayi-Gautrain yabo for years.
What is it Otsi?
For years ntwana. Yabo for years ayi-91 RTPS is full hlika lapha RTPS siya tax. Nini ne-divinish sihlika siya academy parts. Then obviously you get discovered ngidlala na uveli moto. Our transfer sekho. Badlala national yeah. Badlala national khona manje. Awukhike na one band. Sundowns yabo kuyaba ne chance ukuthi ngidlala Sundowns nyana. Then ngiyadlala nyana lapha then ngiyafaka nge-Free State then ejeni yami yakhawathe injury. So mina i-TV mengisibona ngidlala i-soccer kuphela. Kuthi mina ngisibona i-TV mengisibona it's okay na industry entertainment.
Awubungazibona ku-entertainment?
Because I was a soccer player. No, Mamelodi didn't know me playing soccer.
Let's get to the juicy of
it. Sure. Yeah.
So tell me, how did you end up to the wayngingakhona first?
The wayngingakhona it came funny, my man.
Yeah, I just want to know this.
It came funny, my man. That's so manje it is ngiyathola e-high school.
Yeah.
Kuyenzakala ukuthi bayibizana ngingazi ukuthi ngistudiyeni after scale.
After scale yeah.
Yabo amajita ababazi. Monga esikoleni abazi ukuthi bastudiyeni after scale. So mina ngiyabona ukuthi hayi man olady amathi ngishaya ama-accounting nana. Mina it's not my thing. Yabo ngikhule kuphi ku-sports. Ngiyenza i-sport science, uyangithola. So ngiyafuna isipani ngicela ukuthola injury ekhaya lami.
Okay.
So mengifike ekhaya lami ngifike intwana
So tell me,
semamloading chest.
you
Ngizokutshela
familiar
ukuthi
with
ngifika kanjani.
you familiar with Kaya Lami? or
No,
you
I
just-
didn't know Kaya Lami.
Oh,
It was just a risk. I had to leave my car to make it. So that's what most people need. Sometimes you need to leave your car. Even if you leave your car and go to another car, you get a different mindset. You make it there with the mind that you have a.
Because I thought this guy have money. Kaya Lami, bro.
No, I want from Kaya Lami.
Yeah.
Bengisipane Virgin Active. As in a fitness instructor.
Yeah.
For 1 month. Ngiyazi ukuthi angifuni le position, ngifuna personal training mina. Yabo.
Okay, yeah.
For 1 month. Then ngathi ngifuna personal training. So, ngekhaya lami, bengekhaya lami ngiyaqala fitness instructor. Mara kufanele ngitravel from Mamelodi to Kaya Lami. And Virgin Active ivula ngesikhathi bani? Ngo5. Mina ngifanele ngifike esikhathini ngo4:30 ekseni. So bengivuka ngo2. Ngenza iplan ngihoreza nama-taxi ekucala. Yabo, ngihoreza and then nginokofa ngo9:30 ngarara. Ebusuku ngoba ijim vala ngo9:30. Kumele ngibuye eMamelodi Kaya Lami thola kune-taxi anyway. I had to make a plan. So I made that plan for the first month. I was going through it, even ngivuka ngifike eMamelodi. I told you it was my hustle. Lawo ngilala uma 4 hours a day, ngifike eKasi ngawoma11 ngoba kufunana nama-taxi lapha ngo9:30 10 yansolo ebusuku. So manje ngiyachange ngathi personal training. Even personal training I was doing the same up and down for the first 2-3 months until ngithola i-time waviwe. Bakahlala eSenturion. Athi awuzogidla la ngidla couch. eSenturion. So it's actually staff way.
Okay.
Yansolo instead of mina ngize eMamelodi straight ngcono ngidle lapha ngizawona iplan ekseni. Yanthola athi ayizala uzogidla ngize lapha for 2 months 3 months ngidle ebayibizana ecouchini yabo sharp mengiqala personal training ngithola ukhapho ukhapho mo uyazi uyo trainer makazi uzanye nonyovu uzana urefill yabo first day ngimbashile ngigcoka into zokudala yanthola ngiyahereza ntwana mara ngise posh place phela ekhaya lami yanthola mara mina lapha yabona ukuthi talentwana level ngathi izosibamba inkuzi ngimnyama yabo bengekho so
even your skin can
yabona ukuthi lele yabo so ngize lapha ngithola ukhapho yabo qala personal training ngisithi ngilinga session yabo athi antshela ukaphathi uyamazi hayi nje yamathi anse banantwana ngitrain mahala ntwana kusawara wathi ngitrain ubona uthomnati kawubona yabo so now I started training carpo yabo because of the love of fitness qala ukutrain ucarpo ngitrain ama client amanye that was my first celebrity.
So you're training carpo for free now?
For free to make it yabo. I'm paying my dues yabo, but it's not for free because now publicity with his following my status in that's the pay. That's the pay between us yabo. So now I start training carpo obvious carpo uza no one
no new vibe
uza no CASPER yabo. So one day Refilwe was about to do global citizen yabo. So 2018 I think 2018 uBeyonce bekazala. So manje mina train carpo I think unyovu bekabona ukuthi ngtrainer grand yabo the first month.
So uCaSPER
he
didn't have the personal trainer.
Because training angisho mara bekana trainer before angisho angicanga ukuthi bekaqala futhi yabo qala nga gym yabo beka resume. So ngithi 1+1 ngithi okay if uCapo uhamba no CASPER aba best friend one day ngizohlala no CASPER so it makes sense yabo ukuthi they come together to the gym. So CASPER wouldn't want to train alone all the time. So maybe one day nami yabo. So one day I feel on the first few days yabo apeke philosophy or something doing train abantu. So manje one day CASPER avela yabo athi gym yabo se gym train uCapo athi join namhla uCapo send a message yabo athi ngizotraina no Refilwe namhlanje.
But now you and CASPER you greeting each other but
it's like you're not close. Mina ngikhuluma no Capo yabo olola sharp fair yabo uCapo athi SMS ntwana WhatsApp ngizoza no Refilwe yabo angizingiwa namhlanje grand bazi angiba train grand ngishaya session equality phela my qualification is top. And don't forget what differs me between all the trainers. I've been doing fitness all my life. If you look at it
is you is a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. I've been people start doing it mebaqala ukubhalka yanthola ufuna ukubhalka. Mina I've been doing high performance
you just wake
fitness.
up and do it.
I've been doing high performance fitness all my life. I was an athlete. I used to run. I was one of the fastest in Pretoria. I used to play football. Top academies in South Africa. I was at Sundowns at that point. I was at Free State Stars. This has been my life. I've been playing tournaments at CAS. I've been training Naming Shama push up, and I've studied it. So that came from since Probably 9.
9. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
because I was a high performance child. I was not just playing soccer. I was not just running. I know how to run. I know the technique. I can coach someone how to run. That wants to be an athlete. You know, I know football. I know cricket because I grew up in that. I have 6 boys.
You sports, bro?
Yeah, I'm sports all my life. And so I want to labangazio. I'm sports all my life. So mina, yabona mongibiza upa gaqa. Ngiyazi ukuthi ungazela kuphi etiskini. Mongibiza uMalisela. Ngiyazi ungazela kuphi eprimary. Mongibiza Jonathan. Ngiyazi
all these nicknames.
Yeah, yanthola. Yabona mongaze high school ungibiza Jonathan. Mongaze industry and afterlife mongibona manje ngisekhaya lami ngu-MJ TV yabo so mongicreate istrateni uthi gaqa ngiyazi ukuthi epa muthi epa gaqa yabo ngiyazi ukuthi le yanthola
tell me so I just want that moment when you met
so manje ngimuntu Casper yabo me one thing about me what people don't know, I'm one of the most humble niggas that you'll ever know. And I know that about myself.
That's a no.
And everybody that I meet,
that's a no.
that know me from TV, every time they chill with me, they say, you fucking humble.
No, bro, I know that.
So I get that a lot. Cause
I even for cameras, man, you
can
switch it off.
No, those who know, you know, I'm speaking to to the whoever's watching, those who know, those who have met me in the mall, those, so I was not fazed by meeting Casper.
Yeah.
You know, I was not fazed by the work that he has done.
Yeah.
In terms of like his name.
Yeah.
You know, I respect the work. I respect everything. I'm not a musician, but I respect everything that he has done for the game, for everything. I respect for anything that he has done. Yeah, he's done a lot, man. From Mafikeng, and my family had a business in Mafikeng, so I know Mafikeng. I was there for like months and months and months and months. I know Mafikeng. I know Munsio where he comes from. I know, you know, I know those. I used to walk on those places before TV and before anything else.
Before you tell me about Casper, tell me, what do you think about Casper and Nak Music fight?
It's going to be an interesting one. But I know Casper is an athlete. Casper, I think
he's going to win.
Yeah, he's an athlete. In terms of, because I worked with him.
Trust Nak. Yeah,
Nak is buff. There's technique. Is now you can say, I remember when I used to run. I'm skinny, man. I used to be a skinnier boy. Yeah, you know, I grew up as a skinny, short boy. You know, I'm not short, but I stood up skinny.
Yeah.
I was running at Mpumalanga with provincial people in Mpumalanga. You know, and my high school teacher, my high school principal, when I was there, because it was only selected that had to go there.
Yeah.
And so there was only 5 athletes from the whole school.
Yeah.
Hundreds of them, they chose 5 kids to go there.
Yeah.
I was one of them. When I went there, against those Amapuni, those big boys are born.
Yeah.
You would bet that boy, because I was the skinnier one, I was the less attractive one. I didn't have proper spikes, they have proper, you know, it's like it is. Umuntu mazama cogs it doesn't mean it's the best. Exactly, I was one of those. And my high school principal said I won't win that race. I got to partly bag because Emma standing hanging bag. He couldn't pack that bag for me. Because the race was like 50 seconds. I used to run 400 meters for that 1 minute. I couldn't warm up, but I'd run them for a gap, you know. So it was like that as well. So now between Nak and Casper, it's all about technique, my man.
You can't just say, hey, this one's gonna win, you know.
Yeah. In terms of fights, in terms of professional stuff, it's all about his best combination in terms of fighting. So it was like that. So for that run, I think Cass is gonna take this because he's purely an athlete.
Okay.
And he's been doing boxing. Even I did a few rounds with him when I was training him at some point.
It's like fit.
Yeah, no, it's not about fitness because we're gonna gain fitness. It's about the knowledge. You cannot gain knowledge. You have to fight. You have to be an athlete. You have to be a lion. You have to know how to hunt.
You have to know how to
fitness we can always get. It takes 6 weeks, 12 weeks. We get fitness. You get what I'm saying? Everybody can be fit, but not everybody can punch like a boxer. That's why Naman Chicho Moso Magadala. They want a technique, I shy pass. They want a technique on my fitness. So you just give him the fitness and the technique is there.
Okay.
So for me, I go with new with this one.
Okay, let's go back when you I just want to get the
when I met Casper.
Yeah.
So I met Casper. So we had the trick meals. Met Casper. You know, greet him like a guy.
That's cool.
Yeah, I had a session. I was humble to a point. Within 2 weeks of training him, I was in his house.
You lying?
Yeah. Yeah, huge man. Huge, my man.
This one, look at how would get lost. This
it's huge, my man. You know,
get lost.
It's
like
so
robot boy. There's robot and stop sign.
Yeah, la stop sign. Good robot. Good intersection.
So you grow up in a home. There is only one.
And
he stays with his uncle.
So it's huge. So I was humbled to me to be there, because when a big figure like that say come to my house and come train me by my house, and that just know you're gonna meet the family, because there's family that is living there. You're gonna meet close people to him, and that's the respect that he gave me in return. Maybe you might not see it now, but I see it as respect, that if you're gonna bring me into your household, my man, and couch in FIFA.
This is my mom. This is
FIFA. I know Tulufelo. I know Tuto. I know Potlago, the cousin. I know a lot of people. I know a few people. In the family. I know the mother. I've met his mom. So it's humbling. So yeah, Apusha and I Shai global citizen. Then many celebrities came.
He
was fit.
Amazing.
Yeah, he was fit.
No, you did that.
So he worked on the fitness.
Did you see? Did you saw the entrance, the global Casper entrance?
Yeah, he was dancing the whole time.
Bro,
it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of fitness.
With a rope, though, there's a cable or something, flying.
He was fit. He was fit. There's a difference between fit and physique. A lot of people that you see that are sexy is just the physique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a cardiovascular, there's muscle endurance. Your muscles must endure to dance that long. Because Moshaivo, Shoshai squat. And Moshaivo Soshi 20, Ukichi, jump, Ushai jumping squat, man. So it's a lot of plyometrics and a lot of science involved in that.
How did you get
the way, yeah. So no, I'll talk. The way.
Okay.
The way I'm chilled, man. The way that's how humbling it is. I remember even once I was training Casper and carpo at the house during the global stint when Casper was his third session, I think. With me. But I was training carpo. So carpo, I came. He was by Casper's house. They were chilling maybe the night before and just slept there. And then I trained carpo there in the morning around 9 o'clock. So I trained carpo and Casper joined. Casper did his session but he was tired. Then he said, I'm gonna sleep. I trained carpo. After I trained carpo went upstairs. When he went upstairs, he went to check on Nyovi. And Nyovi told him, he's like, you see that boy that's training you? He has the biggest potential. I'll never forget that day. He's like, talk, I was nothing. I was a boy from Mamelodi. I've been in Thailand for 2-3 months. Everything, the hustle, But he saw something in me, He was like, that boy is something special. Check him out, So then, from that day, Capo, he told me back and said, hey, he came down and said, my boy, I was playing PlayStation downstairs by the living room. He said, hey, Job says you have potential, my man. He's never seen a guy that's so humble, that knows his job, that's fearless about a big person. I think when you train a big person or when you meet a big person, in the public figure, in politics, anything, you feel that power. He said, it didn't faze me, It didn't faze me, I just did my job. I just came, I knew I had to do my job. I didn't want to be a groupie. I've never been at the fill-up. I had the chance to be there. The only things that I do is via fitness. If I'm going to talk to Nyovi or any celebrity, I don't talk about music or anything, because my job is fitness day, I tell him about fitness. Yeah, just like ask for the invitation, I no slick talk. Yeah. Because it's part of fitness. When I talk to him now, it's part of fitness. You're gonna train like this, you guys training like this and this and this and this and this and this. It's all about fitness. So yeah. So then after that, we jump onto Moja. So now I got a lot of celebrities that I started training,
Yeah.
So I started training Maporis, I started training Lasizo. Yeah, I worked with Mapo.
You lie.
Yeah, Mapo is my bro. Mapo is my big brother, man. I trained Mapo. I worked with Lasizo, I worked with Mohali, and it's in a short time.
Yeah, even
it's in a short time. Yeah, Mohali. Every a lot of people, man, they used to drive and come. I worked with Kanyuba at some point.
Yeah.
Unando Mohali.
Mohali. Hey,
this is nasty. So I started working with them, and it's in a short period. It's a young boy from Mamelodi, from nowhere. Yeah. Take a young boy from here now and put him in Kailab, and in 3 months he's training all these big huge stars. Of being there, And there's been trainers that have been there, they never did what I did.
Yeah, true.
So I was blessed to do that. So one day I'm chilling, I'm training my client, she's a business lady. Yeah. I get a call. Yeah, what? Yeah. Oh, Capo put me on. So for me, Capo put me on, it says come to Soweto TV when we were still doing Touch HD.
Yes.
He was a presenter there.
Oh, okay.
So I went there to do fitness stuff, in the morning. In the morning it's news. Then after news, the segment of cooking.
You train these people before they go on air?
Yeah, just no, on air. I do it on air.
Oh, it's a program?
Yeah, it's a show. Yeah, so these shows like like something where there's like a talk show where there's you guys talk on the couches and then after you go for you bring a chef, nenza a meal, then after news report, after news report there's fitness. So there was fitness, so he put me on to come be the fitness guy for the day. You know, I went there, became the fitness guy for the day. So that's where I met Inno. So Inno was the presenter there as well.
Oh, Inno was the presenter there?
Yeah, co-presenting with Carpo and Camo. This other lady
you don't like me. What is this
problem? I
said nothing like anything about Inno. He just don't like me. He just shake his ass when he's on set and talk.
So I met Inno backstage, you know. We were talking while they were shooting other stuff with the chef and whatever. So then we talk, cool. Just in random talk with a presenter. Then after we went on air, then I trained
He was
Carpo.
interested that day.
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, he was attracted.
So then I trained Carpo. Then I trained. So I trained Carpo, and then on the show and Camo we did a few fitness stuff, and then a few weeks later, I got a call from Moja. I was training my client at Vision Active in Kala. So I'm training my clients around 1 p.m. I mean. He totally called from a random number. Yeah, answer. Hello. Yeah, we can get client and you finish service. Can't I? This is the producer from Mojalove. Are interested in doing a reality show? We want people that want to come out. We were with Inno here. Inno told us about you and all that. It's like, oh, I met Inno then and we exchanged numbers. Like, yeah, I met. So he was already.
So Inno just asked you your numbers?
Yeah, after the chat, touches.
Oh, after you guys.
Yeah, you know, like we told him, I changed my number. You know, the random. Yeah, he was coming up as well. Yeah. I think it was one of his first big shows back then, you know.
Okay,
So yeah, he was coming up as well. So yeah, we exchanged numbers there, and then they called me and all that. Would say you wanna do a show about the LGBT community, you know. We spoke to you know that. So mina ngati hey, ilama show la mina ngazi, So hey, give me time, but come to Braamfontein so that we can have a meeting. The cast is already here, so it was Tolang. They already casted them. They're looking for another cast. So it was Tolang, Inno, and Gonjuan, not Delta. There was a lady called Delta, and then they wanted me, So then I went there. So I mean, I phoned a lady actually. I thought it's lady. Hey, gonna want that, but we say much love. Yeah, hey, but if I phone good against the show, I tell you, when God grants you something, never. Never. And you don't know what. Maybe.
You can help someone out at home.
Or maybe I'm stuck here playing football, but my purpose was to be a presenter. Or my purpose was to be an actor. So maybe here's the platform, entertainment. True. So he was like, you worked hard for football, but you got injured. Here's another. Yeah, maybe even in fitness, you might have another big show. You know, you never know. So I took a lady's advice.
Then you.
I called Mojalove back. I'm phoning Ngauma 3 or something. So I said, okay, I'll come for the meeting. After I see my clients. I went there, they proposed the show for us, you know, they set the show for us, set to it with the board, and then that was it. I never casted for a show.
Okay.
And I never casted for a show, auditioned for a show, basically.
In a show, bro.
So yeah, that was just God, you know. I came in Josie, 3 months later, this boy is about to have a show.
Shit.
Big brands were looking for me in terms of fitness. Some I declined, you know. It was happening, you know. Yeah, God was just putting me that all the hard work that you put there. Sometimes I'm a musician.
So a lot of brands were approaching.
Yeah. After because I was working with Casper, my man. You know, it's like working with Bill Clinton.
Yeah,
with the big boys. You know, I'm working with my police. You want to bamba, so I bambaed something. You know, I bambaed it. So sometimes in life you think all your life because you've been singing since the age of 5 you're gonna be a singer. Well, sometimes God can show you to be like that hard work that you put there on singing and rehearse on the mirror of sports and what. When you're 25, 30, it shows you another door.
Say no,
yeah, it shows you a podcast. You find that when you
we didn't know we were able to podcast, but I studied radio in school as well.
At least I studied radio and acting. Tina, I mean, I didn't study entertainment. I didn't want to be there.
Serious?
I remember my mom wanted me to go to the Big Brother auditions back then. You figure la panenja mulindo. Sa woni queue. Sa tenga makota la petrosi. Sa tenga cold drink. Siyabuya. It's going to study audition for you. Ngolo study audition ama trial bola. Than TV.
The Big Brother.
You get what I'm saying? We didn't see that.
What do you think about the season 3 Big Brother? Did you ever watch it?
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
No, I haven't watched it. I don't like. It's good to watch stuff in your country, you know. But I'm so much on social media. I don't need to watch.
Oh, you just
I'm just here. You know, I don't. Yeah, you don't need to watch because you know what's happening without watching. I can go on Twitter now and see what's trending. And I see Big Brother and I say hashtag. Go to hashtag lapha ngacheka ukuthi kwenzakalani.
I don't like it so far.
Yeah, Big Brother. Yeah, so I don't know what is happening. I don't know what's happening, but I know Gucci. You know who's there, what's there.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe it's because I applied and they did. So it irritates me.
Yeah, it's all. So yeah, so.
One master, I guess I have. What they want.
Yeah, so for me now, that's the main reason I don't watch TV. Even my craft, I don't watch. Even what I do, I don't watch. I just hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just watch there and there. I'm a snippet.
Tell me about the Showmax, the Showmax show, bro. That was a dope one.
Temptation Island.
Yo, bro, that was a dope one. Everyone was like, I'm in the house. I'm watching this.
And it's big, and I think it's gonna be bigger.
Serious?
Because that's an international show. It's an international format, so they can sell it. They can sell it anywhere.
So, bro, tell me, how was it to be on Showmax show, bro? The island.
Man, that's an international show. That's crazy. That's crazy, folks. That's crazy.
Sure.
Yo. That's being single again. Yo, that's lazy. Yo.
Yeah, so cheesy. I'm like, what's going on, bro?
The concept of the show.
Yeah.
So basically, they took how many? They took 10 girls, 10 single girls, 10 single guys.
So you applied there?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I applied there with my girlfriend then, you know. And then I went through the process just like anyone else, and we were casted to be there, you know. So yeah, then we were there. It was amazing, man. Just that the heartbreaks were not amazing.
Because the was going on, but the house was beautiful, but
the
experience is inside, dog.
Yeah, you pay with your heart.
Bro.
Yeah, you're gonna be heartbroken.
So tell me, how did Gigi Dame enter? You know, I didn't understand. Like,
probably just like anyone else. Probably just like anyone else.
So are you guys friends?
Yeah, we're cool. We're not basically friends, but we're cool. You know.
Oh, you know each other.
Yeah, we know each other. Yeah. They're now and again, but it's been a while since we spoke.
After the show,
yeah. Probably I finished shooting the show 2021. Yeah, around May.
Oh, okay.
When we spoke, you know, maybe I didn't speak to her for now the past 4 months. Yeah. But we speak. If I meet her, we talk. If I need something, I can call her. If maybe she needs something, she can call.
Cool.
Yeah, we cool.
No,
you know,
it's not bad blood.
Nowadays, people that you don't speak to, but you cool with them.
Yeah, I don't speak to so long, but
you cool. Exactly. Yeah. You cool. Again, shining a match.
Yeah. We're human.
Yeah.
So from now on, bro, what you can expect from MJ?
I expect them to cut a Madrid.
You wanna make money, you can sell it in Joe.
Yeah, I can sell it Joe. You guys go to get told it's two score.
Yeah.
You told two score. Yeah, 1 point something. Yeah, basically, man. I'm just in business now. Yeah, I'm just pushing my own stuff. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just pushing my own stuff. Even like modeling wise, brand ambassador wise. You know, there's a few big things that I'm still working on right now. I want to make you an interview after 5 months. So
yeah, we can do the podcast. I want to invite you to a podcast because you also do a
different thing. Probably just to be suit. Probably. Yeah. I'm doing the 50. The 50 Cent moved from being a thug to being a
so nice.
So yeah, it's basically maybe it's a rebranding. So yeah, I'm doing other stuff, still in personal training, still in TV, you know, but doing other business stuff to keep my pockets nice.
So
Nindos,
Inno's MJ.
Yeah, MJ.
Jaden.
Yeah, Mushibudi Jaden instead of, you know, my initials are MJ.
Oh.
So now M.J Maponya, but I'm Mushibudi Jaden.
Because my son is also Jaden.
Yeah. Shout out to the Jays.
Hey, the Jays. Hey, guys, this is the Jays show. This is the Jays
show. It's the Jays show.
Yeah. So yeah, Jaden, but the name was given by my mom.
Oh, yeah. Mine was given by my aunt.
I chose the J. The mother chose the J. We chose the baby side. So it's Mushibudi. It's a family name.
So tell me, did you guys dated or?
No, we didn't date. I don't know. I thought what is dating, you know. As long as a date.
Because we are like
we're just talking, you know. We're just doing things, talking, you know. Talking.
But he loves you so much, dog.
I
you know, he's obsessed. He's obsessed.
Yo. Yeah, but didn't date basically. You know, we're just doing our own thing. Maybe we're in the process, maybe to get there, but it didn't get there. Yeah, because maybe when you had to get there, I was feeling damn light. So maybe then you have a black tweet, then you have a line, you have a into the But that doesn't mean we had bad blood amongst each other. Maybe we had disagreements, because of certain things. Mostly because of TV and the pressure of being entertainment for the first time. Because I didn't know TV. I didn't know what comes with the fame. Fame takes away. People that see the buffalo famous Instagram, but I'm influencer. They live in the life. Once you get your Pella, you can have 1 million followers on Instagram, but still have erection 300,000. Me, there's 1 million TV screens that are switched on in 24 minutes. 1 million screens, not 1 million people. How many people in the same day want TV on a cast? So there's millions of people that see me. Even in terms of and see other people on TV. Yeah. But now, even like in terms of, that's the funny thing in South Africa. Even in terms of endorsements, of doing campaigns, double brands, they'll rather give it to someone that's known by 100,000 people. No problem. So they'll rather, this company will rather give it to someone that has 100,000 followers and only 20,000 like it or see it. Whereby, when you're on TV, no koko, no mama yangazi. That's all. Naru koko, no mama basi Instagram. It's the young generation. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So they'll rather give it to them than give it to a walking billboard. Because when I'm on TV, I'm a walking billboard. It tells me great, it reads. Then get up here, great. Those people who ask them on Instagram, do they know I'm influenced?
Maybe some of them
don't
don't even have it.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's the funny thing, and that's what came with the fame. That it's not just people that see on Instagram. It's people that bang on Instagram. That's not money TV, money this TV.
They'll see.
They watch Moja. That's our black channel in a way.
Yes. Yeah.
And you push the numbers just like SABC.
Yeah. So you and nothing happened.
No, nothing happened. Just like each other. Nothing. We never dated.
You never come to your house.
Oh no, I only know shooting.
Oh.
Yeah, I only know shooting.
Or maybe he thought you guys were dating, but
maybe.
But I'm
sometimes
talking like
it's like dumping someone. That's why people say I break people's hearts.
Yeah.
Because I'm one person. Miss John, it's over. I'm the contract now.
When it's over.
I fully Department of Home Affairs. It's my decision. And if you're in a relationship, when you can date someone right now, a girl or a guy, whoever.
Yeah.
I think now. We must be cool with this amount. But when it happens to them, whatever they do to us and it happens to them, it's a problem. Yeah, and they feel like they're still dating you while you said your contract is terminated. Father the same thing. You say contract now terminated. You pay little and I'm going to complain. You pack your bags and leave. So same as the relationship. We're just testing out waters. How many people have you dated in our lives? You get what I'm saying? But how many have you been married to? Me now, and I've dated you a lot. But exactly. Because marriage you in a contract. Relationship on a contract.
True.
That's all.
True.
So if I say it's over, it's over. But then that girl will think with you, or that boy will think with you.
He's a player.
No, go to me and such a lot. If I tell you it's over now, in 1 minute, I have the right. You go see, I want to get hard.
Finish.
That's all.
So
I'm gonna go to we stop dating, go to pay a party, it a certificate, who feeling A5 or you feeling A20. And so we don't have that. So minute it's over, then I move on to the next one. So that's the problem. I do not tell girls or guys that it's over. So not going to success as galungisa.
But
no, it's over. But why would you get the land? No, right now. So that's why they think I break people's hearts.
True. So tell me, how do you deal with people who say MJ is bisexual? Those guys, properly these guys or something. Like, how do you deal with that when people say, hey, MJ is this? How do you deal with that?
How can I deal with it? Because that's me. How must I deal with it? And so,
like, how do you respond to them?
I don't respond. That's my response. When I'm telling you Chris, but example, but that's words. Whether I go to Chris, what can I respond with what I am?
Bro,
it's me. How can I respond? Yeah, fellow to him, I can't. You get what I'm saying? So you can't respond to them. You can't. There's some things in life you can't respond, but people will think and understand that every day, social media, it's like a newspaper. It's like anything. Every day there must be a story. You see how big Daily Sun is. Every day there must be a story. Every day on Twitter, there must be something.
Even if it's true or lie.
Yeah, there must be a story. You know, they can trash you and say, they
can see me walking a castle. Umwana 30 picture. Yeah, try to go to Benghamba. Yeah, you saw MJ in the middle of Mamilo that treat up like the skipper si play.
Life is not good.
Yeah, I told about that life is not good. I don't have the right to takes. Don't I have that right, Mina? You get what I'm saying? Don't I?
That's why people commit suicide in the industry. Because you feel like you deprived
yourself from certain privileges that you have. That's fair to a normal person. Because we all know, man. When you look at me as a celebrity, as a fitness instructor, as a model, you get what I'm saying? I'm normal. But I don't breathe differently to you. My days are the same.
Yes.
My hours are the same. My hair is the same. My brain is the same. But the input in my brain is not the same. My knowledge is not the same.
Yeah.
And my priorities are not the same. So maybe my priority might be to say I'll live in a mansion, but I'll use public transport. But when you'll be like, I'll buy an X5
and live in a shack.
It's your priority.
True.
It's just like people that choose beer over food.
And there are those people.
Surrender song, Spanish one.
Man, before we close the show, tell me, what do you think about Petrotry's death, man? It was just a very sad one. Because he took his life, man. If you check
after actually he took his life, I went on Google and I checked suicide rates. We are second in the world. And the funny thing, we're second to countries that have hundreds of millions. Russia is number one, but they have a big population.
Yeah.
They have like 300 million. You know, the other countries that come up, India, they have 1 billion people. So it makes sense why their numbers will be up. Because there's more people. You get what I'm saying?
People,
but as we are about 50 million, 54 million. But we're rating in crime and in suicide like that. And the sad part about it is that it's men. You know, the sad part about it is...
We're going through a lot, just that you don't talk.
Yeah, we're going through a lot and we don't get... We're going through a lot and we don't get... I won't say compensated. Yeah, we don't get that freedom of talking, of us in media listens to us. You get yeah, exactly. You know, there's always a bad thing said about men. But the problem is that, you know what's the biggest problem? Our biggest problem is that we grow up in places where we don't have fathers.
True.
We don't have fathers, though. We don't have fathers. And you grow up in a place where a man is a trash, but the little boy is not a trash. How do you expect, if you're saying now on social media, where these kids are so digital now, 3 years old knows how to operate a phone.
Yeah.
They're so digital right now. And that boy is a boy. And a woman gives birth to that boy. And Lumtuana, your ubaba wako
is a trash.
Yeah.
And you have to go to school.
Is a trash. That's all he hears. So how do you expect? But if we put that thing out so much into us as people, how do you expect our kids must look at men tomorrow? I mean, you know how many fathers fight with their spouses? Mara. The other spouse will take it out on the child so that ubaba ngabi ne excess yomntwana or umntwana ngamthanda. There's a lot, bro. And do you know how many kids grow up without fathers? A lot. So how do you expect to put that? What's putting us down? To put it on media where our kids, our boy children, can access that. Like for example, there's a take a girl child to school to work. There's not take a boy child to work, but we expect that boy child to take care of the woman one day when they grow up and they're 22. But now in the foundation phase, there's no take a boy child to work. Why? But we're saying equality, diversity, whatever we're saying, whatever they're preaching. Why isn't there take a boy child to work? Why isn't there just like Ngama Tempon? Why isn't there Amajoki for Amachita? Why isn't there soccer balls for Amachita? Why should you push that drive so much? You understand, we push that drive so much. But there must be equality on the other side as well. So that boy Namkanji, Ksasa, can know how to raise umdeni, know how to raise umuntu, know how to respect people. A boy child don't respect because there's nothing for boys. Like now I came to Mamelodi and I wanted to shoot a pitch. It's gone. So the future of Mamelodi is gone. Basically, by just removing that thing. That thing used to have a track. On a track. It was a soccer field. There used to be games. It's gone. They used to see Oskanto High Adlala. They used to see Mambush Adlala. Now they have to pay and go to Loftus. You won't see that in Barcelona, you won't see that in Madrid, you won't see that in Manchester City. But you see it here. Manchester City is there.
Arsenal is there. It's a London. It's there. North, London North, Tottenham, London, wherever. How do you expect that child now, Wemfano and Tombozana, to have a bright future? Not all kids will be like me. I used to know sports only. And if I was granted that, I might have been Unek van Niekerk now. South Africa would have 2 Nick van Niekerks. Or they'll have whoever's Pure Chabalal or Lucas Rade. You get what I'm saying? How do you expect talent to come out if there's nothing for talent? How do you expect it? If now there's no government music what do you call it? Music center. Yeah. How do you expect to take out a new Pharrell? How do you expect to take out Black Cove? How do you expect to take out the great Hugh Masekela? Because in schools, they killed the school system. So even in football, they used to get players from schools. Just like now, rugby and cricket, that's why it's top in the world. Because now, AFIS, Boys High, they get talent there. Then they take them to provincials. Then they take them to national. Now, soccer players, they must travel. Because they spend most of their time at school. Now, soccer players must travel to a town, wherever, where you can take them at schools, take the best at schools, because they compete against each other. Create a squad, call it Mamelodi, create a squad, take from there again. Pretoria, Gauteng, take again, then national. That's how athletics does it. That's how cricket does it. That's how rugby does it, and they have the best. So that foundation is called push. You get what I'm saying? So we expect people to be like that, and it's gone. So you can expect a young boy or a young girl to have a future. Our kids are taken by money. They're taken by Gucci status, Instagram city. You know how many people earn 40,000 in South Africa when you're realistic?
How many?
Less than 20%.
You lie.
My man. You know how much is Louis Vuitton bag?
People are broke.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? But but social media will show that people are rich.
They show. I think social media shows another side.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you're giving that. Me as a celebrity, imagine I'm wearing Gucci, I'm wearing you came, there was LV, whatever. I choose not to wear because I know where I'm coming. I know who's gonna see this. It's not gonna be a boy from Sensei. It's gonna be a boy from Mamilo that's gonna see this. Just like TV, that means he must just jump there. Then the only way, what is it? It's crime. Because now there's no role models. Back then they still respect the teacher.
True.
More teacher, but come on, the teacher. More doctor, come on, doctor. How many doctors stay in Mamelodi? Come on, Sundowns. Still professional. He still stays there and plays. You get what I'm saying? Those were the role models back then for the young ones that grew up in the 80s. Because Uman Push, NL Mafia, so Uban Ban, West. You get what I'm saying? We saw those role models. There, 9-9. You get what I'm saying? I was all over Kalekas. You saw them 9-9. Yeah. You get inspired. But now, now I did better for myself. I moved in Sekailand. You understand? So now that child that's growing up here, it would be nice. Everything. But he's on TV. He's on TV. He's doing whatever. He's doing good.
Yeah.
But if I had to go do something to get the status. So I push Iverpa. I push GTI. Push GTI. That's the way of life of making life. That's the only way out for me. Untombozani ubonani flesh. Yama peg nan. Atiyo the only way let's see begalala no ban am niga 100k ya nzama watu am niga 20k guthalale naye crowdman a politician or watu a businessman. Ubona that's the way of life. But okay nami ngiyosithengisa but I'm going to prostitute myself in a better level, not a kone, so that I can get better money. Because that's what they see on social media. And that's what's happening on social media. How many people right now that you can say right now that Bamnyama, Ntombozana Umchita, like who's on the streets, that's like Wabizan, begas prostitute and is wealthy today. No, you can't because it's not your money. Even though it's your bag, they bought it for you. They're giving it to you. They're not. It's the same saying, Guti, teach me how to fish. Don't give me a fish.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You'll never be rich by just fish. But you'll make money if you know how to fish so that you can sell those fishes and make money out of it. But if you give fish on you go to top more no petty fish and plunge. But Sasa fish, Sasa Louis Vuitton, go to top. Sasa what? Sasa driving motor. Sasa you don't know how to get it yourself. So we do what? We stay in the same circle. You prostitution.
Any advice that you can give anyone at home who's watching right now, who's a hustler, who's trying to make it, man? What advice you can give, man, before you close?
So, my man, just follow your passion.
True.
You know, just follow your passion. I think that's the best advice. Follow your passion. Follow your passion. Me, I got to be on TV at the age of 29. That's a late. We will swim for 15. You get what I'm saying? It's just like football. Omunye uzokala na 17 angene professional. Omyangeno like decent Tembazwane. Tembazwane has been at Sundowns for like 13 years. But he's only peaking in the past 6 years. We didn't know him. You get what I'm saying? He had to be patient.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? He had to be patient.
Yeah.
You understand? Dennis Onyango is one of the best in Africa, if not the best. You get what I'm saying? So just be patient, push your hustle, do what you love. You know, and just know good. There's no whether you wanna be a guest or whether Funugus Tengisa, that's cloud. You understand? That's things for now. But if you wanna make it, whether you are 30, whether you are 45, it's by just pushing what you wanna do and just seeing other avenues, mingling with people, being humble, and you'll make it.
True, man. M.J, man, thank you so much for coming to the show, bro. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by Fino Cosmetics. Online is www.finocosmetics.co.za. You can get your Fino products at discount as well as Fit. Man, go and get it.
Y'all watch me burn up.